In the rugged mountains of North Africa, a legend was born. His name was Tariq ibn Ziyad. A Berber by birth, raised in the heart of a proud and resilient people, his destiny was intertwined with the rise of a new faith that was sweeping across the world. From humble beginnings, his sharp intellect and unwavering courage caught the eye of Musa ibn Nusayr, the governor of Ifriqiya. Musa saw in him not just a soldier, but a leader of men, a man whose faith was as strong as his sword arm. He appointed Tariq as the governor of Tangier, a strategic outpost on the edge of the known world, looking out across the narrow strait of water towards a land of myth and legend, Iberia. For centuries, the Visigothic kingdom in Hispania had been embroiled in civil war and internal strife. The common people suffered under the tyranny of their rulers, and whispers of their plight reached the shores of North Africa. A local count, Julian of Ceuta, seeking aid against the Visigothic king Roderick, appealed to Musa ibn Nusayr. It was an invitation, a crack in the armor of a crumbling kingdom. Musa, a cautious and experienced leader, first sent a small reconnaissance force. The raid was a success, confirming the weakness of the Visigothic defenses and the wealth of the land. The time was right, the stage was set, and the man for the moment was Tariq ibn Ziyad. In the year 711, with a force of around 7,000 men, mostly fellow Berbers, Tariq gathered his fleet. As the wooden ships cut through the churning waters of the strait, a great rock loomed in the distance. He landed his forces there, a strategic foothold that would forever bear his name, Jabal al-Tariq, the mountain of Tariq, known today as Gibraltar. He stood before his men, the vast sea behind them and an unknown continent before them. In that moment, a choice was made that would echo through eternity. Legend tells us he ordered the ships to be burned. There would be no retreat. "O people," he declared, "where is the escape? The sea is behind you and the enemy is before you. By God, you have no salvation except in your truthfulness and your patience." Victory or martyrdom. Those were the only options. The news of the Muslim landing sent shockwaves through the Visigothic kingdom. King Roderick, hastily assembling a massive army, marched south to meet the invaders. The two forces clashed at the Battle of Guadalete. Tariq's small, disciplined army faced a force that vastly outnumbered them. But they fought with the conviction of true believers, their morale unbreakable. For days, the battle raged. The fate of a kingdom hung in the balance. Through brilliant tactics and sheer force of will, Tariq's army shattered the Visigothic lines. King Roderick was killed, and his army disintegrated. The path to the heart of Hispania was wide open. With this stunning victory, Tariq didn't hesitate. He divided his forces and began a lightning-fast campaign, sweeping through the peninsula. City after city fell, not always by force, but often through treaties that guaranteed the rights and religious freedoms of the local populations, who were weary of Visigothic oppression. Córdoba, a center of learning, and Toledo, the Visigothic capital, were soon under his control. His small army, fueled by faith and purpose, had achieved the unthinkable. They were not just conquerors. To many, they were liberators. They brought a new system of governance, one that promised justice and tolerance. The land they now called Al-Andalus began to bloom. As Tariq consolidated his stunning victories, his superior, Musa ibn Nusayr, grew concerned. Perhaps it was jealousy of his subordinate's rapid success, or perhaps genuine fear that Tariq had overextended his forces. Musa, with a larger army of his own, crossed the strait the following year. The two great commanders met near Toledo. The reunion was tense. Accounts differ, but it's clear there was friction between the ambitious young general and the seasoned old governor. Musa may have even disciplined Tariq publicly for acting without direct orders. Despite their personal differences, their combined forces continued the conquest, securing nearly the entire Iberian Peninsula within a few short years. Their joint triumph was a marvel of military history. They had brought a new civilization to Europe, one that would shine as a beacon of learning, science and art for centuries to come. The Caliph in Damascus, Al-Walid I, heard of their incredible success and summoned both Musa and Tariq to the capital to give a personal account of their campaign. They traveled eastward, carrying with them unimaginable spoils of war and tales of a new Muslim land in the far west. It was a journey of triumph, a parade of victory stretching from the shores of the Atlantic to the heart of the Umayyad Caliphate. They were the heroes of the age. But here the story of Tariq ibn Ziyad fades into mystery. After arriving in Damascus, he seemingly vanishes from the historical record. What happened to the man who burned his ships and conquered a kingdom? Did he fall out of favor with the new caliph? Did he retire to a life of quiet contemplation, or did he meet a more tragic end, a victim of the political intrigues of the caliphal court? We may never know for certain. His end is shrouded in the mists of time, as enigmatic as his meteoric rise. But Tariq's legacy is not in how his life ended, but in what he began. He was the key that unlocked Al-Andalus, a civilization that would become a melting pot of cultures and a world center for philosophy, medicine, mathematics, and art. The great mosques of Cordoba, the palaces of Granada, the libraries filled with knowledge that would fuel the European Renaissance. All of it grew from the seeds planted by Tariq and his small band of warriors. He was more than a conqueror. He was a visionary, a man of unshakable faith who dared to risk everything for a cause he believed in. His name is etched not just on a mountain of rock, but into the very fabric of history, a timeless symbol of courage, leadership, and the burning desire to change the world. Thank you for watching. If you were inspired by the story of Tariq ibn Ziyad, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more tales of the heroes who shaped our world. See you next time.